I know, it's been a long time since I've done one of these, let alone anything on my channel. It's very up and down right now in terms of what I can do and where I can do it. So I'm here, and when in doubt, because I'm always in doubt, what do? Battle against Nick, of course. So here we go. This is the last 4th gen battle I've had against Nick. As always, we bring a bunch of random crap and just see how it does. And so we toss together. And it's a fun time. This is a good game. I enjoyed it. And looking back at it, I was like, oh, there was some fun things that happened. So we'll start off with one fun thing, which is Catsby, everyone's favorite Persian, just king of the roost. Nick just whenever you play him, Catsby is a wild card, and you got to watch out for it because it's going to go crazy. The first thing's the obvious fake out, which looks normal, right? That seems like a thing. Okay, Lifeorb Persian with a fake out. That kind of makes sense. But Nick's Catsby was very special because what is its main trait? It uses a certain move, which I think my thingy here, which Whiskash, that's what it's called. God, look at that fucking memory, getting it on my brain here. It uses assist. And assist, obviously it takes a move from anyone on your team. So something on his team has transform, apparently, which is why he transforms into my Whiskash from a Persian. Have you seen that in a battle before? Probably not. This is probably a first. And this is why games against Nick are always of the utmost excitement. So he actually wins the speed tie and goes to the waterfall. Does not do that much damage, but it does flinch me, which is really annoying. And it makes me think, okay, well, in this scenario, if I win another speed tie, I could probably take him out with an earthquake. So that's possible, but I also don't want to get flinched again by his stupid tactics. So I switch into my Floatzel, which I believe is going to be great against it, and I can bulk up on it and just set up for days. But he also switches, just fearing me winning that one and getting the earthquake off. Goes into Swallow, which is a great switch, allows him to kind of pivot on me and decide what to do with the U-turn, which does a really healthy chunk and kind of scaring me somewhat. But, you know, I'm heavy, I'm bulky, I'm bulking up, I'm getting my leftovers brought back, and I'm thinking I'm in a good scenario here against this Militic. Number one, I have Water Veil, which means he can't burn me if he wants to try that with some Willow or some nonsense. And I'm like, Surf doesn't do shit, and I don't realize he has a fucking hidden power electric. Militic, Nick, god damn it. Why? This is the sort of thing that only he does. And of course, to rub it all the fuck in, it's called Golden Sun, which... there's a long history with that name, but I'm not going to divulge you right now because it'll take way too long and this battle is more interesting. So, going to Hitmonlee, which is banded, by the way, which he is going to take advantage of by going to Dust Noir, locking me into close combat. I'm pretty sure he predicted the high jump kick, which would have ended horrifically for me, and it's partly the reason why I never give things high jump kick anymore, not only because Elo had fucking... PTSD from high jump kick, but it's never good reliable. In close combat, I've always just preferred as the option if it's there. So I went for it, and it didn't work out. I do switch into Drapion, who the trick works on, and I get a choice band, which looks bad, but also this crunch is going to do a really good chunk to this Militic. Clearly, this Militic is not super defensive. The fact he has hidden power electric kind of signals that, but I do think he does still carry recover, because it would make sense for Militic to do so. So even if this doesn't kill him, he's going to be able to recover, and that's not great. So I'm in a situation where I want to take advantage of a switch here, because it's obvious that he's just going to recover and go into something that can threaten. Go into my Licky Licky, which has explosion, and I want to go out with a bang. But what does he do? No, he just attacks me instead and gets a goddamn crit for it. So I'm like, what? Oh, now this Militic is going to be faster than my Licky Licky, and Surf non-crit at this point is going to do enough damage where it kills me, so I don't even get my explosion. That's all I wanted, Nick. One explosion with the Licky Licky. With Stab, I believe that thing was choice banded as well, although I might have given it a Life Orb for this match, simply because my Hitmonlee had a choice band itself, so that's probably what I did, because if I'm thinking about team composition, I don't want to have two banders at once, as baller as that could be, because it could be, it's pretty heavy hitting, that choice band. It takes people down. So we're in a situation here where I can easily take him out, but I don't want to be critted, and thankfully it doesn't take the case. Crunch finishes him off. And, in the first place, I should have just stayed in with Drapion, because Drapion had proven previously that I was able to take one Surf, and I could have just done that exchange. Instead, I just wasted Licky Licky for nothing. In comes Swallow, which is great for him because he's able to U-turn and either murder my Drapion or scout what I switch into and therefore, go into whatever he needs to counter me and bring in Whiskash, because I think at this point it's the best thing to take a U-turn. Well, it would have been, again, if he hadn't critted me twice. Thanks, Nick. Really, he's just pouring some piss in my cereal. I just don't... And to make things work, make things worse, should I say, in comes bloody Hermes, who doesn't have any wings, but does have the ability to manipulate my thoughts and sleep patterns, which is what he does with Spore. I mean, gods. Do you think gods have the ability to put people to sleep if they want to? Probably. I mean, they're all powerful beings, so it makes sense. And Hermes, I mean, he's a demigod, right? But he still has some kind of power. In any case, we're off the rails, so I switched my Wishcash out, I believe, after burning 1 turn of sleep into Swallow, which works out for me this time. Now I'm pulling a Nick with my Swallow and doing the exact same that he was doing. U-turning on the Dust Noir just to see what he would like to do to me. The potential of, burn is gone because I'm already burned with my Swallow, so I shouldn't have any fear bringing in my Hitmonlee, because that would be weird if he predicted that, and he might do, but weird if he would. In any case, go into my Drapion, which takes the Fire Punch, which is nice to see that that's a move that he has, because now I can kind of play around it, knowing that he potentially can't do too much to something like my Hitmonlee. So I'm banded, of course, and I'm going to go for the Blaze Kick. Bet you didn't see that one coming, because Crunch is usually what would happen. Does Hitmonlee even get Crunch? See, I don't know. This is the thing. But here's the thing. He doesn't burn me with a Willow. I burn him with a goddamn Blaze Kick. So there you go, out of nowhere. I love that this Hitmonlee has that. It's just really dumb. Like, we always used to make fun of people for using Blaze Kick back in the day, but, it sometimes works out, and guess what? It worked out in this scenario, because that Fire Punch ain't doing shit to me, despite the fact that I don't really have great defenses and all that. The Shadow Sneak is probably what he should have done to begin with, because it looks like it does more, maybe a little bit negligible there, but the Stab helps him for sure get in a good amount of damage. But yeah, I should have brought up the fact that Nick likes to use unprotected focus punches. I would imagine he doesn't even have sub on that Dust Noir, because that's the kind of crazy motherfucker he is. But in any case, in comes the Persian. The fake out is obvious as the day is long, and Wishcash is my best fodder at this point. It's asleep. It's goddamn, almost dead. It got transformed into... It's had a whole lot of nastiness done to it. And, Nick, of course, never one to waste an assist, knows that I'm asleep and can just freely do it and see what happens. Gets the Facade from his Swallow, so that's nice. He's almost dead, though, because the Life Orb taking him down, which means he's an easy kill. I'm not going to U-turn because he can potentially switch, and that's why I exactly pull the Pursuit out, which stops Catsby from being a threat anymore. No more fake-out problems. That's brilliant, because my Swallow would be very susceptible to it. So, nice switch prediction there, and the Pursuit takes him out. In comes this motherfucker again, which is actually fine, because he can't Spore me, and I'm thinking, okay, what can this Smeagol actually do? Thinking about it, I'm faster. I have the potential to just murder him with a Facade. Why did he bring Smeagol at this point? Is it just to try and psych me out with some weirdness that he thinks he can pull on me? I'm not sure. That was just a bit of a sacrifice, maybe one in vain, but at least that thing's out the way. Now here comes Kingdra. Now this is a problem. If I don't kill this thing in one hit, which I'm afraid I won't do with Facade, then he could potentially Dragon Dance, and that would be a bad place. But I do not kill him, and he does Dragon Dance, and now I'm like, oh fuck. Oh no, this is not good. This is... I could get swept by Nick, so I have to think, I'm like, well, what can I do? I'm just going to have to stay in. And what do you know? Swallow's blazing fucking fast, people, and he outspeeds the Kingdra anyway, so that was a win on my side. The Dragon Dance does literally nothing for him, and then that's now Swallow versus Swallow, and who's going to win the speed tie comes down to this, and it turns out I managed to do it. So... that works beautifully in my favor. I still had the Hitmonlee in the back of my pocket, which I will let you know actually had choice banded Mac Punch. So, depending on what happened there, if he had gone for Brave Bird, the recoil would have brought him down to a point where I believe Mac Punch would have been able to take him out, unless he was going for Facade, which would have probably been the smarter option there, considering the situation, because I didn't have as much health, and Facade would have probably killed me anyway. Actually, no, it wouldn't, because he didn't even have a burn or poison yet. Because he didn't have a burn or poison the whole game. Did he even have one? I'm not sure if he even stayed in beyond one turn the entire time. Anyway, my incoherent ramblings, I'm sure, are not the thing that you would like to hear now, because it's the end of the video, and so I should probably just wrap things up. So there you go, that was a nice 4th gen match against Nick, my last one. Some great shenanigans there, the transforming Persian, the double crits, but ultimately Swallow in the end, just bringing it back to your boy. Took him down. And that's how I like to see it. So, also shout outs to Blaze Kick Hitmonlee. Live on, motherfucker. All you people playing 7th gen. Is it really 7th gen right now? Are you fucking kidding me? It is, isn't it? God damn. Alright, well, all you 7th gen motherfuckers out there still repping Pokemon, go make yourselves a Blaze Kick Hitmonlee for your boy NBZ. And just, spread the word. Spread the love. And I'm sure everything will be fine. In the end, that's going to be me for this time. I'll be back with another one of these eventually. I don't know when, but you can count on me to never leave, because I'll always be back from the dead. So, thanks guys. Love you as always. Cheers for sticking around, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.